We have a major development in a story that shocked the nation. Constable Prince Ndavambi, the police officer accused of fatally assaulting 30-year-old Blessed Believe Juruvenge while in police custody, he's been arrested. The jig's up, the game's up. He had gone on the run after finding out that a murder docket had been prepared. In a brief statement to Dagap, Police Commissioner Paul Nyati confirmed the arrest, saying, I quote, "Good evening, the police officer, Constable Prince Ndavambi, has been arrested."
Atorwa chidanda chakakura chinenge mupinyi webadza cheche akamurova kudzamana ndakuchema ndakangomira panze. Akarova mwana akatanga kuchema akasvika pakutanga kugomera akasvika pakutanga kutaurira pasi achiti manduraya zvikanzi toda kutoti ufe wewo uri kufanira kubva panapa waita sei wafe. Ndavambi aidare akamurova zvekumurova zvezvi apa aimurova akasungwa maoko akaiswa manhigirini maoko akasungwa nekumashuru achimurova akamurova zvisingaiti kusvika nenge 1 hour 45 to 1 hour hauyi vasvika vanditi uri kutochema panapa kutochema zvako uchiyeredza mvura dzako idzodzo uri kuyeredza idzodzo panapa ndichayeredza misodzi yeropa chaicho ndiyamuchayeredza dzadzi yako uri kuona bhokisi rirapo here ndomari kuenda harimo bhokisi iroro handina chandaikwanisa kupindura ndakaramba ndichingochema handi bhokisi irore ndomuri kuenda mune hanzvadzi yako zvikanzi uri kuona fodya mbanje yandiri kuputa iyi ndinoiputira mbanje yei ndinoiputira kusanzwisisa iyoyo handinzwisise pfungwa dzangu handinzwisise handiteerere munhu anoita sezvaanotaura ndinoiputira kusanzwisisa ndakangoramba ndichingochema handina zvandaikwanisa kupindura. Akataura zvakawanda akatobvunza mamwe mapurisa akanga achitopfuura nepatakamirawo inini naye Ndavambi wachona akabvunza zvikanzoni ofisa udzai amai ava kuti zvoni maningiri bhokisi roneswa vanhu vakaita sei zvikanziri naofisa vaireswa vanhu vanenge vafa vanhu vanenge vauya vachirwara here panapa kana kuti vanenge vauya vachizvifambira zvikanzi vanenge vauya vachiita sei vanenge vauya vachizvifambira panapa pasi pachipatara panouya vanhu vachirwara panapa panouya vanhu vachifamba zvakanaka vozobva panapa pavari mubhokisi.
This, as I said, follows weeks on the run after a murder docket was opened against Ndavambi. He just vanished from duty at Ruwa Police Station shortly after Blessed died. Blessed was a husband, a small business owner, and an expecting father. He was taken from his home in Damafols on May 28, 2025, allegedly in a matter where a complainant had mentioned something about $200, which the family insists had already been resolved privately. Blessed's sister, that deceased guy's sister, Melissa Manyepa, was also taken in as a witness, and she says she watched her brother being absolutely and brutally thumped by Constable Ndavambi inside the police station. Melissa herself was allegedly slapped around and assaulted when she refused to corroborate what the police demanded. Within 24 hours of that said arrest, Blessed was dead. No charge, no due process, just violence and then silence. His body remained in the mortuary at Parenyato Hospital because his family, they refused to bury him until they knew the truth. The relationship basically between the police and the family broke down. The police released a statement saying they were investigating and that they were trying to assist the family, as much as possible. But the family wasn't really having it. The police were saying the coverage surrounding the issue was false or incorrect. There was no collusion, and as high as you get in the police bosses wanted this guy arrested. But now, with the arrest confirmed, pressure now shifts from the Zimbabwe Republic Police to the Prosecutor General, and the National Prosecuting Authority, because transparency and accountability are necessary at a public trial. Justice must not only be done, but it must seem to be done. This case has become symbolic, not just for one tragic death, but the wider culture of brutality and impunity in Zimbabwe. You may be asking yourself, what happens next? Well, we asked a lawyer, a very accomplished lawyer, former advocate, and we asked him to share his thoughts about what's going to happen now that Ndavambi has been arrested. Is he going to appear in court? What is the status with bail? What's going to happen with that? You can hear from him right now. The advocate we asked was having some difficulty with articulating his thoughts. Clearly, he is currently down with the flu, but I will read out what he said. He said, the magistrate's court has no jurisdiction to grant bail for crimes in the third schedule of the Criminal Procedure and Evidence Act, so those people must apply for bail at the High Court. A person already on the run from bail granted in another case should normally not be granted bail in a new offense. He also sent us a copy of the law that we will attach here, and this is the third schedule, sections 32, 116, 117 of 6 and 123. He did send us a copy of the law that we will attach here. There is the third schedule, section 32, 116, 117 of 6 and 123. Offenses in respect of which power to admit persons to bail is excluded or qualify. And murder is there, so is rape or aggravated indecent assault. And it goes on further. There is something about treason and then murder in different circumstances. But basically the lawyer says a person who gets presented to the magistrate's court for murder should not be given bail by the magistrate's court. They have to apply for bail to the High Court. The advocate also adds that a person who is on the run or has been on the run, who is on bail, should not ordinarily be considered for bail. Ndavambi is not on the run from bail, but he was on the run from the police. We did ask another lawyer who said prosecutors would likely argue and oppose bail even at the High Court on the grounds that it took a manhunt for the police to find that person. That is the update. Let's go back to the video. For the full backstory, including interviews with the family, watch our original investigation right here or right here. One of these sites, our investigations there in full. Anyways, this is dug up. We dig where others won't. Subscribe to stay informed, and we'll be back with an update as soon as the constable appears in court or when the family wants to speak again. And whatever it is that we find as well, we are really hot on the trail of unsolved murders, of murders which have police complicity, and just in general the crime that is getting out of hand. Keep informed and keep in touch. See you next time.